But speaking of borrowing money and spending money, I want to get to Killer Mike. Killer Mike was sitting down with Shannon, like we just mentioned, Club Shay Shay, and Killer Mike was talking about times. And now that I think about it, Killer Mike mentioned a few times in where he was fucked up with some money, but he was talking about this one time in where he was fucked up and he needed to borrow some money and his wife niced him with $50,000 to $70,000. And so I thought that this was interesting because last week we talked about men and leadership in the household, and Kenya's sentiments was a nigga need to figure it out. That's what a leader is, or masculine, or some type of shit she said. You know, Kenya be on her shit. But, seeing this and him, one, being in a vulnerable space of asking his wife and accepting it in that time, but also being in a vulnerable space on Club Shay Shay and telling the world about this. How did y'all feel about this? Does this make you less of a leader in the household? Should he have been able to figure it out on his own? I think we see a lot of, of those tropes online when it comes to, quote unquote, being the man of the house and making sure that everything's done. Like, how did y'all feel about, this? I put this in the jumbo as well. Kenya, you with us? Go ahead. Rasheen.
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick. Yeah, well, one, I want to hear what Ken had to say, so hopefully she'll be able to speak on this. But all right, well, overall, well, let me say this first, dang, because what is Ken Mike doing that he didn't have? I mean, to ask for all of that large amounts of money, like what's going on? But
I think
besides
that
that,
Killer Mike, I think that he's an independent artist.
hmm
And then, life just be happening. I think, 70 grand, to him is not 70 grand to us. And so, us asking, our girlfriend or our wife for, $2,000, $3,000, I think that would kind of be like the same.
yeah, no, yeah, I respect that. Yeah, it was just, yeah, I respect that. Sometimes I just kind of question, but yeah, you right on with that. But nah, man, I mean, look, this is what marriage should be, man, right? Like, yes, we know as men that, look, I think it takes a lot for us to even ask our partners for like any type of help, a lot of help overall, especially because of finances, right? But, so if we are asking, it's comes from a place of sincerity. For the most part, I can't speak on all men, but obviously, in Killer Mike's case, I'm sure it's going to come from a place of sincerity. And, I think it's very commendable for his wife to be like, listen, your problems are our problems. So here's what I got. And let's figure out how to build from this. I think that's very commendable because a lot of narratives are being thrown out there. I think on both sides, where it's like the red pill people and the other kind of, misandrous, if you say, they had kind of the narratives and points and whatnot. But yeah, I think overall this is a good message that he did put out there that, if you are tough and you don't have it, I think the wife, it's cool to hear and see that the wife is able to support him in this time of need. And I think
Yeah.
that builds a relationship overall.
And the way that she got the money, I think he said that he, paid for you paid for her grandma's house, the house that she was raised in. And the wife, instead of selling it, she fixed it up and rents it out. And so even with that, I was like, damn, that is, a good idea. A lot of people will take that and try to flip that shit real quick. But having that steady income and then being in position to, help out and knowing that, something can go wrong, and let me help my nigga out. I think that mindset, I don't think that mindset is the majority when it comes to relationships. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think that the mindset of in case shit, not only for yourself, but for the relationship as a whole, is on a lot of people's minds, especially not women. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think that. But he did say that he spent that money and then, she asked for it back. She definitely asked for the money back. I thought that was funny. I don't know if I liked that too much. Not gonna hold you.
Uh,
Don't know if I liked it too much, but I thought that was funny. Go ahead,
no,
Rasheed.
okay. Well, I was like kind of multitasking where you're kind of giving us the backstory on the incident, but it seems as though so what was the money for? Like, what was?
He didn't specify what the money was for. It was just that he needed it and he was in a tight spot.
Oh, so I mean, I would like to hear what Kenya has to say, but I was just I mean. I don't agree with him asking his wife for that money. He should have went other avenues, or should have went somewhere else, figured it out, whatever. And that is a part of like leading your household. Because now it's like you're. I mean, it's one thing to ask, and then it's another for your wife to just know what you're dealing with, and just be like, here, you know what, on her own without you asking. Like, but when you ask for it, and then she, she gives it to you, and then yeah, grand, okay, like she asked for it back, you should not only give it back, but you should double it up. Like add
Oh, the hell are
more
you
to
talking
that
about?
and give it. I mean, you don't think so? You don't think that's valid?
Bro, when you said, I stopped
Because it's
when you said he
it's a
shouldn't ask his
partnership,
wife.
right? Like, I mean,
So
this.
what does partnership
I
mean
mean,
if he can't even ask his own wife?
it's a partnership in the aspect of like it's different, right? Like what she's bringing to the table and what you're
Now
bringing
it's
to the
different.
table is different, but it's a partnership. Partners don't always bring equal things. If you're bringing equal things, then it's like that's not. I mean,
No, what you're saying is the epitome of inequality.
oh
Because
my
you're
god,
saying partnership, and then when he's looking towards his wife to be a partner, now it's like, nah, nigga, go ask Sam from down the street. Like what? If he can't ask his wife, who can he ask?
I just don't. I just think that's not kosher. Like, I just, like, it's like she can understand your situation and be like, you know what, I got this over here, so let me just, help you out there. Like, but if you just like, oh, babe, I'm gonna need so. That's now
But
you look at. So
okay,
what
so
should she
genuine
do?
question.
Huh?
Genuine question, who should he ask then?
I'm pretty sure he has friends. He has people who are in the, and he knows people with capital, right? Like, go ask those people. I mean, the interest might be different, right? Like in terms of like what you pay, but at the same time, that's showing, that's demonstrating something like, I get it. Like we're human, right? And stuff happens to every person, but at the same time, like people look to other people for a reason, right? Like, and so if he's looking to her in a situation, because if she don't help, then like, let's say she didn't give him the money, then what?
Then we gotta have some serious talks.
Like what?
Like your ass might be out of here.
Because she couldn't help it. Like, what was the money for though? Because if it was for the house, if it was for like, oh, I can't, I don't know.
Well, he's an entrepreneur that
Okay.
he doesn't have a traditional. So especially when it comes to money, when music, right? I think he is independent. I think he spoke about him being independent and how much it costs to get these different features, how much it costs to get these beats and studio time, and he's doing it at the highest level. He won a Grammy, so it's not like he a SoundCloud nigga.
Okay. Well, he
Like
needs to
he,
talk to Shannon Sharpe and ask him to get him, access
oh
to that,
shit.
contract.
So she is, but the reason that she had that money to give, it's because of him, right?
Okay. In what ways?
He bought her a house that she rents out.
Okay.
And so that didn't make any difference to you?
So what you're saying is if someone buys someone something and then that person's makes value from that thing, then the other person should be, praised
Yes.
forever.
Yes.
That,
As long as you making that money. Yes, 100%.
that's that's crazy. Are you serious?
How's that crazy?
Like you really?
100%.
Okay. Well, I mean, well, she can turn around and say like, well, you know what? The only reason why you got out of that situation is because the money that I gave you, and it's just gonna go back and forth. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that was just like a little reach. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been married, so I don't. I don't. I mean, I've been in a relationship, but not married. But I don't know. I just think like,
I do think that there should be a certain amount of reverence, right?
okay.
And vice versa, right? I think that somebody doing something for you and then you just be like, oh well. Like no, that's creating residual income for you that benefits you because it's not like he's, picking at the bread on the side when he needed. No, he was in a bind and the moves that he made for his family,
Mm.
because she is family, the moves that I made and the sacrifices that I made to be able to get this house, to afford this house for you to continue to make money. If I would need some help and you have expendable income, fuck with me, right? I don't think that I should have to go out and ask my friend or ask a stranger or go get a loan with a crazy interest rate when I'm sitting on it, because if it's vice versa, then it would not even be a question of he should give her some money. It would be, you the man, where the money at, nigga? And so when we talk about partnership, I don't think that people be understanding what partnership, or they just got a skewed view of what partnership looks like. But if we are, partners in a sense, I think in that aspect, yes. If I can help you financially, and when you're in the bind, I got you, and I would expect the same thing.
Right.
I don't think that's crazy. You telling a nigga go to the bank, go ask a stranger.
No, I'm just,
That's some wild shit,
yeah.
bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, I was just saying, like, in the sense of, like, okay, so it goes back into who are you choosing as like, who are you marrying? Because, like, if he could have just expressed it, because I've been in a situation where I've just expressed it and it was like, oh, turn around, boom. And it's not even an ask, right? Like, but when you formulate those words to say, now it's a different ring to it a little bit, right? And so, like, I just think that, um, and obviously, I don't know the dynamics of their relationship, but it just seems like that, I don't know, that's cause and then she turned around and said, I need it back. Cause he probably was saying like, oh, I need some of that, I'm gonna buy you this house, and then, or I'm gonna allow for you to fix up this house, and I need some of that investment money, like, or that rental money that you're getting. Like, so I don't know. I just think, like,
It seems like you coming from a place of like
who,
leverage.
me?
Yeah, and
No,
where
I just mean, like, if you're going to be the lead, right? Like, so if obviously it's not going to be two lead, well, I mean, I guess in their own right, but you're talking this equality, like, I just think, like, there's not two leader. I guess there could be two leaders, but I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking, like, one in a household, if you're leading your household, then there are certain things that you have to do that maybe your partner will support you in those things, but you're not splitting that leadership with.
leaders don't have all the answers, right? I think we say it in the relationship sense, leadership, and we use the relationship definition, and in no other aspect of life is leadership looked at that like that. Whether it's school, um, uh, whether it's football or sports, whether it's Fortune 500 companies, whether it's McDonald's, no aspect of leadership in any walk of life is the leader has all the answers, knows everything, doesn't ask for help, does everything on its own. Like, that's just some relationship, like social media shit, especially when it's put onto a man. And so I don't understand like why people feel that if you're the leader of this household, you need to have all the answers. You need to do everything right. You don't need to delegate. You need to, like, what are we talking about?
No, not leadership. No, you need to have support too, right? Like, even if you look at it in a business structure, right? There's a president, there's a vice, you have that support, but you still have, that hierarchical kind of structure there, right? Like, it's still some kind of, you need the support. You can't lead by yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it by yourself, but, or if it's just you by yourself, but it's like, I think that, I don't know. I don't know. I just think,
And
like,
I gotta read, we're gonna get to you, Trey, but I just want to read this from Hulan. He said, wake it up. She was probably only afforded the opportunity to save that amount of money because he was paying all the bills with his money. Wake it up, Hulan. Come on,
that's
man.
cute.
Wake it up.
That's true.
Yeah, we gotta stop it,
That's
man.
cute.
She ain't got no other
Y'all are so
expenses.
lucky I'm in this pediatric office right now, okay? Just
I would love
wait
to
till I
hear
head to
what
the
you have
car.
to say, Kenya. I would love to hear what you have to say.
Go ahead, Trey. What's the word?
Yo, what up? Uh, I mean, er, so I'm gonna start off with this. People, ain't nobody never really gonna agree to certain things because a relationship, everybody's stance is gonna be different. Everybody's story is different. But if it's a partnership, relationship, or however it comes, You know what I'm saying? So if we come into this thing in a partnership and whatever the dynamic is, if it start off 60-40, if it 50-50 or whatever, and we locked in like that, and you know I helped you do something, it's not even so. Let's speak for me. If I give you something, man or woman, and we do something together, I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. Now, if it's something that we both agreeing upon, we want to do something together, then yeah, then it's a split of whatever comes out of this thing that we went in together. Now, if I'm with a woman and I didn't, you know what I'm saying, of course, I didn't made it to where she doesn't have to work, you know what I'm saying, because she was going to school and this is just the dynamic that we want to live for. I'm gonna pay all the bills and you just being the nourishment and being the loving woman and, you know, making the house a home and, you know, making the groceries, the food, then that's what it is. So like what he just stated off, that she's been saving up all her money because I've been putting that all the money. Only time she spend money is for little knickknack shit. She may, you know, get her hair done, get her feet done because, you know, I'm paying everything. And even though she might not even have to do that because I'm really giving her money, then when I'm in a pickle or if I'm trying to come up with another money scheme and I need XYZ, why wouldn't I go ask my woman? Like he said, instead of going asking my cousin, my nigga that I've been getting money with for the longest, if I know my woman got it, even though my nigga is gonna give me the bread, you know what I'm saying? If my partner I've been getting bread with is gonna give me the bread, why wouldn't I ask my woman? I mean, that don't make no sense to me as far as, you know, way I'm looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Because like your woman's the closest thing to you outside of a nigga that you've been getting bread with for a lifetime. So I mean, why not ask my woman instead of asking my nigga?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's this skewed vision of what like leadership and masculinity is when we talk about relationship. And so I think that is why folks would be like, nah, you know, don't ask your girl. Cause there's nothing, it's no other reason on why not to. Look at Kenya laughing. Nasty. Nasty. Kenya's a nasty one. I'm not gonna hold you. And then to what do you say to Hulan's point though, Rashid? Of where she was able to save up the money that she had because she doesn't have any other expenses. Especially not towards the household. You don't think that matters?
I love the inquiry. No, I was just gonna say, like, if she, okay, so, all right, so she had the money, she saved it up, all right, so what if she said, no, I'm not, well, that's your problem, not mine. Like,
No, that's your ass if you
so
say
what?
no. That's your ass.
See, look, see, that so there was never a choice.
Well,
It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, my thing is, so look, so Rashad, if she say that she can't do it or she ain't gonna do it, I mean, then it is what it is. I mean,
No,
shit,
but
it
those are two
wasn't.
different things. If you can't do it, if you don't
Okay,
have the
okay.
70 grand,
That's what I said. So let's go with she said she ain't gonna do it. Then that
no, that's
just
your
let me
ass.
know that she's not for me
That's
as
your
much as I
ass.
thought that she was. And so I can't be for her the way that I was no more. You know what I mean?
So,
So it's just what it is.
so in that case, it goes back to to word. There's like words are everything. So you can express, hey, this is the situation I'm in. Da, 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 I can't pay this bill, whatever. Da, da. And as the person that you chose to marry, to bear children with, you should know that this person got me 100%. And then she could formulate on her, you know what? I got this money saved up. Boo, boo, boo. I'm gonna just get here. Hold that. That's different than, oh, you think you can let me hold 57? Like that's
I
this.
think that's what happened. I think he was just expressing that
Oh, so it wasn't an
and
ask.
he was expressing that he was in a bind, and then she was like, I got this
I
money,
got
and
it.
he was like, how you got this money? You got another husband? Like he made a joke, and she was like, nah, off this rental property that you bought me, and so she went and gave him the bread.
So
So
that's what
that,
I was
And
holding on to that ask. Like he asked her
but
for some money.
even if I ask you, I mean, no,
That's
it ain't no
crazy.
choice. There is no choice.
So
You
why
know,
ask?
I think that because I can't just go into your goddamn bank account. I ain't no thief.
well,
But
and
if I do ask you, no, it's no choice. It's no
So you have
choice.
an expectation of hearing yes. That's
Yes,
what it
so
1000%.
is.
I
so
think,
so and this is the only thing I'm gonna say on this tip, and then I'm just gonna just throw it out there. A nigga that's really getting money, it's a kind of a different level when you know this nigga. Let's just say a nigga that we know he's 100,000 for sure, like he's a 200,000 plus nigga legally or illegally. It's a different kind of level, you know what I'm saying, of it to where when you playing them kind of games with a woman, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and you ask her and she knowing you getting bread and he's been feeding you, you know what I'm saying, this type of money and he know you getting the money from whatever business y'all been doing and not so much that he knows so he's expected, but he's been taking care of you. I mean, why wouldn't you want to take care of somebody that's been taking care of you? You know what I mean? Like it is, It don't. It
Yeah,
don't.
like, and then like the traditional, right? Because it seems like you're coming from a traditional aspect in relationship.
Oh,
Hold on, Trey. Getting out the car. It seems like you're coming from a traditional aspect in relationship, right? So even with that of a man doing XYZ and the woman, taking care of the home, the reasoning in why, women don't pay bills, right? Is I save my money up and just in case you need it type shit. And then now we run into that and you like, nah, don't ask your woman. What the hell are we talking about? Like
right.
where are we at? I don't understand that.
Okay. I was being a hater. I'm leaving the doctor now. Reading it don't sound that bad. I mean, one, two things. This is her husband. So I think for boyfriend and girlfriend, absolutely not. That's
No, I need that too.
that's disgusting. But in the confines of their marriage, I think that makes sense. And if
Kenya,
like
didn't you buy a nigga a barn or something? Like, what are you talking about?
Rashad, I spent $3,000. And do I have that $3,000 today? No. Are we together? No.
Bought this nigga a barn, and now you trying to
It was
discourage other
not.
women from helping their man. Now stop it.
No, because I lost out on that money. And now he's over there being fucking fix it Felix with a new bitch, acting like he bought that for himself.
I ain't got to tell her where I got it from.
That's crazy.
No, but so you think that because it did kind of speak to your point last week about the leadership aspect. Do you think that this makes him less than a leader? That's what Rashid's saying.
I think no, it doesn't make him less than a leader if he does not make him less of a leader. You get what I'm saying? So if you're out here positing that your leadership is based on you being super competent or you always, being like the financially okay one, or if that's what you're basing your leadership off of and then you fail, then yeah. But if that's, he doesn't seem to be that kind of guy though.
Yeah, and that's what I don't. And I said it yesterday. Folks give money too much power, right? And trying to, I wouldn't say discredit, but like side eyeing his leadership because of a dollar, because he is in a space and where he's an entrepreneur and he doesn't have financial backing, right? And he's doing things at a high level. It's not, like I said, it's not like this nigga on SoundCloud. This nigga won a Grammy because of investing in himself, right? And so when you see the fruits of that, to second guess him or second guess his leadership, even though this nigga is winning, I think that that's odd. And it comes back to like other dynamics in the relationship we have when we talk about being receptive to leadership, being understanding. Like a lot of these instances in where you have a nigga in your life that is doing positive in making sure the house is straight, making sure the kids are straight. And so if I come to you, hey fam, I need a little something. Now I mean, we got to listen. Y'all be letting niggas flip y'all taxes every April. But y'all can't give your husband no money? What the fuck we got going on? That nigga ain't never came back positive
Ooh,
for flipping y'all taxes. Stop it.
that's not true.
Now all of a sudden nigga can't ask his woman for no money. Y'all niggas is crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Go
It
ahead.
just get tricky. That's how you get tricky. I mean, like I said, the only pass is that this is a married couple. If you're still with that stance for people that are not married, I think that's crazy. Because you
Yes.
wouldn't advise a boyfriend to do that.
it's
Yes.
just, hey, so this is my only thing. Y'all keep trying to differentiate between the husband and the boyfriend. If the nigga been getting money, he been taking care of you. Why does it even matter if you married or not? He didn't put you and put you into
Why
what
does
someone
it
call
matter if you
the
married or
the
not?
soft
What?
It's
space
almost
I've been
security.
asking for. So why does it even matter if y'all was not if he's your boyfriend or not? Because you are secure. Both of you with this particular guy, you've been secure. So why
I'm
does it
not
even matter
that
if he's married or
secure.
not? So
As unmarried.
No.
I'm
You
not that secure.
because at
Out here.
that same unmarried couple, he's still paying on your bills.
Are
You
you
breaking
saying?
up,
Did you
Trey?
just say you're secure? But you're not married? Is that what you just?
Trey, you breaking up. I don't know if you're in a bad spot or not, but
Yeah,
you
I don't
breaking
know
up.
what type of security he's talking about. Yes, what security do I have as a single woman?
You're not paying no bills.
What?
And if you okay, and when you leave me tonight, what happens to me?
If I leave you when we married, you gotta go pay bills. So what we talking about?
I could go ask for alimony. I might could go ask for alimony.
No,
Yeah.
I think that if we are even if we in a relationship, there are things, cause I hate this don't do married shit. That's only women shit. Women, hurt hoes get on the internet and they just be saying all kind of shit. This don't do married shit while you still a girlfriend is the most asinine thing in
Now,
history because y'all still
Mark,
look,
that's
That's funny.
crazy.
y'all still looking for married shit from the nigga.
Who?
Y'all still looking for a
How?
provider and protect. Why the fuck do I have to provide and protect for a bitch I ain't married to then? If we
Oh,
gonna go with that logic.
Most
Why?
boyfriends aren't doing that though, and the girlies aren't
Oh,
asking
brother,
them
stop
to.
it.
What are you talking about?
Stop it. Stop it. I'm in a relationship right now. As soon as I stop doing what I need to do, it's gonna be all hell in that motherfucker. Because
but
that
who
is
are you
exactly
deciding to
Man,
get into this relationship with? I think that's the bigger question because sometimes people get into these situations and then it's
The
like,
only
oh
reason
shit.
men started no, because that's so, bro. The only reason y'all adopted that fuck ass line of thinking was so that you could keep getting the sex without offering a ring. That's the only benefit for you. But outside of that,
Kenya, I don't know
what are
I
y'all
don't know
talking
if you
about?
know Kenya, I don't know if you know, but bitches is out here fucking for 10-piece nuggets.
I can't.
Rashad,
Like
and you
you
don't
don't have
always bringing. I don't know them. I don't know those girls. So
like
please
you
stop
don't
bringing
have
them
to
down
like
badass hoes up to me.
I don't think niggas don't like that's not something that go through a nigga mind, right? Let me just keep her around for some pussy. I ain't got like the cow. You don't have to buy the cow if you get the milk. Like you dealt with fuck niggas if a nigga think has that type of logic, right? I think anybody
hey,
who is serious about
That's not true.
relationship,
What if he just think he's
yes,
an alpha
hey,
male? What they be
Rashad,
calling him?
hey, 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 Rashad, and so look, and so time in on what she was saying about that part. So like when I hear that, I think of just like young niggas. Like of course, like when a nigga's coming out of high
yeah.
school, college, a nigga's on some lust shit. Yeah, I'm trying to knock down shit. You feel me? But once the nigga
Yeah.
become a grown man and I'm really doing some like, I need a bitch with some substance, just trying to knock her down. Like I'm fresh. I ain't fresh up the porch no more. I didn't have my picks. I didn't already went through it. If you a player. Now some guys blossom late. Like I use the saying of popcorn. Everybody's gonna get their chance to pop. I might have popped before you. You gonna pop later. Have it go. We all in the same thing. But I might have popped before you. So with that being said, some niggas do pop late. So they might be on the shit that you talking about because he's a late blooming ass nigga because he didn't get it out in his college days or he wasn't the guy or whatever. But niggas just ain't lusting over. I don't know no nigga that's a real guy that had women that still really lusting over women in their 30s and plus. I don't. Me personally.
Let me go run through all these bitches. 'Cause, like niggas, come
You,
on, man, stop
Rashad, you
it.
listen to them all day in spaces. Like you're just really disingenuous. But okay, because
No,
if that was the
I
case,
think
more men wouldn't more men just would be married or be cuffed up or be like
no,
got their partners?
there is still a dating and compatibility, and there are mindsets. It's a lot of things that play into it, but the notion that niggas just want bitches around the fuck, but they doing that, or they marrying bitches to keep getting pussy. Like what are we saying? That don't make no sense, man. I don't get it. Like I said, I think that don't do marriage shit while you're in a relationship is only a one-sided thing because for some reason, women think that, niggas only benefit from relationship because of their pussy. Like, what are we talking about?
No, it's not.
Like,
It's not that. It's just typically you just have more to lose. I mean, because it's not. It's the
you
sentiment.
don't have
Yes, women do
lose
have
than a
more to lose. So
nigga.
the sentiment of
No,
just
you
no, you're
don't.
not doing marriage things without the. It's the same. No ring, no ting. No, you don't want to. You don't want to be doing these things that are supposed to be done under this certain like level of protection or this covenant. You don't want to do it outside of that because you kind of just leave yourself susceptible to things going wrong
You
or
don't
fuck,
leave
fuck
yourself
shit.
susceptible to nothing. Relationships either win or lose, but it's not a one-sided thing of if the relationship breaks up, then the woman is the only one to lose. It's weird. Like women are getting
You just don't
marriages and then don't. Women are getting marriages and don't want to pay no bills and then a divorce and they want half his shit. Like, no, he had shit to lose. What are we talking about? 9 times out of 10, if you with a nigga that's standing on business for real, he makes your life 100% easier tangibly, right? Women make a nigga life easier with the intangibles on how she cares for the kids, how she cares for the house, making the house a home and things like that. And if you have the right woman beside you, she motivates you and she, supports you. So intangibly, which turns into tangible things that you in turn give back to your woman. But with niggas, we are doing the necessities and the wants continually. So when
Yeah,
that
I
shit
agree
fucks up,
with you,
we
Rashad.
ass out.
Yeah. I agree with you.
But
You know what, Rashad? You are speaking for the best men out there. And like I
No,
said, it's 100 of y'all,
a nigga
and I
can't even
know
get
that
some
you're
money.
speaking
Hold
for
on.
them, and I love that for you. But I don't feel like
A
any
nigga
nigga
can't
feels
even
the
get
way
no
you
money
do.
out his wife. Hold on. So he bought her a house that she grew up in, which allowed her to fix it up and start getting residual income from it
I
continually,
think that's a great. So
right?
I don't
But
have any
for
pushback for this specifically. That
no, no,
shit
no. But I'm
sounds
saying,
amazing
but
if she was able to do that.
that's the type of thing that men do in marriage. So when you say once the marriage is over, then like she has everything to lose. No, from this aspect on a large scale, or to regular people scale, niggas who really fuck with women and their wife and their girlfriend, these are the type of things that they do. Now, can every nigga buy their wife a rental property? No, but 9 times out of 10, you're doing something to enhance her. Me getting my girl in school so that she can get a better job and make more money. Like those are the type of things, getting, being able to free her up financially so that she can invest in, she wants commercial property and she wants cosmetic care and shit like that. Those are things that niggas do. So when you be pushing this rhetoric of, oh, well, the only person who benefits in a relationship is a man, and then once the relationship is over, then the only one who gets hurt is the woman. Bullshit, can you know it? Stop it.
I think both people like benefits because I mean it's a union, right? Like you go into it for a reason. There's benefits that you reap from having a marriage versus not being married. Like that's realistic. Like it's realistic in taxes. It's realistic and just
So,
like
Rashad, why does the married woman feel better or more accomplished than the unmarried? Even if they're both, I mean, they could both be, and obviously the other girl's still in a
Because
relationship. But
society tells you that you're better.
why does society
Society
and why
tells you
does
better.
society tell the woman she's better married?
Because traditionally that was the goal. There was a time where a woman stayed with her parents until a nigga came and swooped her up and then she moved with him. Right? Society says that traditionalism when it comes to women is the best route.
And
And so I
you just
think
don't personally agree.
um traditional as in, eventually being married. I don't think that women doing what they did as far as living with their parents and then waiting for a nigga to, Cinderella type style. No, I think that women have, more rights. They have more opportunities. And I think that they should be able to explore those and not wait on a nigga to like make their life better. So in that instance of traditionalism, no, I don't think that it's better to be like that. No. And we're going to get to that later. But, just in general, like society makes women feel like if you're married, you're better. I don't see like niggas saying that, right? I think there's a lot of internal pressure from women on other women of, aha, I married you not. But I don't think niggas care. Like that's not a message that niggas preach.
No, we know. No, we know. I know.
See, you talking about it
I
in a
know.
negative way. No, I'm saying that men aren't